For decades, space belonged to governments alone. The first satellites and space stations all flew national flags. The International Space Station stands as a symbol of global cooperation. But now, private companies are taking the lead in space. They're not just building rockets, they're creating new destinations in orbit. Soon, private citizens will visit space stations. Commercial stations promise a future open to all. A new economy in low Earth orbit is emerging. The dream of a bustling neighborhood in orbit is closer than ever. Welcome to the new dawn in orbit. Why is 2027 so special? It's the year commercial space stations become real. Several key events are set for 2027. Giant leaps, not small steps. The first private space station module will launch, marking the end of the government monopoly on orbital habitats. This single event will change space exploration forever. It opens the door for a market-driven approach to living and working in space. The world will watch as this new chapter unfolds. 2027 will also see the launch of a prototype, expandable space station. Imagine a station that fits inside a rocket, then inflates in orbit, making space more accessible and affordable. These innovations are crucial for the future of space. 2027 is when these ideas move from drawing board to launch pad. A new commercially made spacesuit will also be tested in orbit. For a private company to build a suit that meets all safety and performance requirements is a massive achievement. This test will prove private industry can handle the most critical parts of human spaceflight. With a new station, expandable prototype, and spacesuit, 2027 will redefine our future in space. It's the year commercial space becomes reality. The countdown to a new era has begun. Who's leading this new space race? Meet VAST, Max Space, and Axiom Space. These aren't the old aerospace giants, they're bold, fast-moving innovators. VAST aims to launch the world's first commercial space station, Haven 1, as early as 2027. Backed by over $1 billion, VAST is moving quickly to make its vision real. Max Space, a Florida startup, is developing expandable space stations, launching compact, then expanding in orbit for more room at lower cost. Their approach could revolutionize how we build habitats in space. Max Space was inspired by NASA's new flexible partnerships, opening doors for smaller companies. Axiom Space is building modules that will first attach to the ISS, then become a free-flying station after ISS retirement. Axiom has already sent private astronauts to the ISS and is developing next-gen spacesuits for NASA's Artemis missions. Each company is pioneering a different path toward a thriving orbital economy. They're not just competitors, they're shaping the future of space together. These new players are building the infrastructure for humanity's next giant leap. The commercial space race is on, and the stakes have never been higher. The future of orbit belongs to those who dare to build it. These companies are leading the way. Let's look at the projects launching in 2027. VAST's Haven 1 is set to become the world's first commercial space station, launching on a SpaceX Falcon 9. The first crewed mission, VAST 1, will send 4 private astronauts to live on Haven 1 for up to 30 days. This will be the first time private astronauts fly to a private station on a private rocket, a true milestone. Max Space will test its expandable station technology with a prototype called Mission Evolution, launching on a SpaceX rideshare. This test will prove their expandable structure and life support systems work in space. If successful, Max Space's Thunderbird station could offer massive living space for 4 astronauts, all from a single rocket launch. This approach could make building stations faster and cheaper than ever before. These 2027 missions are critical first steps toward a future filled with commercial stations. Success will pave the way for larger, more affordable habitats in orbit. The era of private homes in the sky is about to begin. The dream of living and working in space is closer than ever. 2027 will be the year it all starts. Space isn't just about stations. You need the right suit to survive. In 2027, Axiom Space will flight test its new commercial spacesuit, the Axiom U. This suit must prove itself in the real environment of space before it's used for critical missions. Astronauts will test its mobility, life support, and communications. The Axiom U's success is vital for NASA and commercial programs alike. Axiom took over the project after delays from another contractor, showing how agile private companies have become. The Axiom U is a symbol of the commercial space industry's maturity. When astronauts wear a suit with a private company's logo, it's clear the era has changed. These suits will be used on commercial stations and for NASA's Artemis moonwalks. Axiom is literally dressing the next generation of space explorers. The spacesuit test in 2027 will be a powerful sign of the new era. Private industry is now responsible for the most critical tools in human spaceflight. The ISS has been humanity's home in orbit for over 2 decades, a symbol of international cooperation and scientific achievement, but it's aging, and maintaining it is becoming too costly. The plan is to retire and deorbit the ISS by 2030, ending an incredible era. Without a replacement, we'd lose our foothold in space and halt vital research. That's why commercial stations are so important. They'll keep humans in orbit and science moving forward. Private companies are building not just replacements, but successors, more affordable, flexible, and open to new customers. The ISS's retirement isn't a crisis, it's an opportunity. It's the catalyst for a new era of commercial activity in space. The future of orbit depends on these new stations. The torch is being passed from governments to private industry. A new chapter in space is about to begin. For commercial space to thrive, NASA had to change its approach. Instead of owning stations, NASA now buys services from private companies: astronaut time, cargo delivery, and research space. This shift frees NASA to focus on deep space while supporting a new market in low Earth orbit. Programs like the Commercial Low Earth Orbit Destinations, CLD, provide funding and technical support, but let companies innovate. Flexible Space Act agreements allow companies to serve customers beyond NASA. This new approach has lowered barriers, letting startups like Max Space join the race. NASA's promise to be an anchor customer gives companies the certainty to attract investment. It's a brilliant strategy. Government support, kickstarting a self-sustaining private industry. The result, a vibrant, competitive market in orbit. NASA's new role is creating the future of space. What will people do on these new stations? The possibilities are endless. There'll be world-class labs, manufacturing hubs, and even tourist destinations. Scientists can run experiments in microgravity, leading to breakthroughs in medicine and materials. Companies might produce fiber optics or alloys impossible to make on Earth. Private astronaut missions, including tourism, will become routine. Artists, engineers, and filmmakers could all work in orbit. Stations will be designed for comfort and efficiency, making space living more normal. As more stations appear, we'll see a neighborhood of specialized outposts in orbit. This is the foundation of a real space economy. 2027 is just the beginning. The first commercial stations and new spacesuits are the foundation for a permanent human presence in space. The shift to public-private partnerships will accelerate progress and open space to more people. By the 2030s and 2040s, we could see a network of stations, routine access to orbit, and new jobs on Earth and in space. Technologies developed for orbit will benefit life on Earth and help us reach the Moon and Mars. A strong commercial industry makes space exploration more sustainable. We're moving from visitors to residents in space. The future is in orbit, and it's open for business.